Hello guys, and welcome back to another CaffCast. Today we are starting what is probably our most ambitious project yet. Today we once again apply to join the Yogscast, but in a very different way. Again, I hear you say? Yeah, again. On the 16th of August last year, after seeing a video made by the Yogscast saying they were looking for some new people, I got to work on something that I hoped would make me stand out. Rather than just sending in a CV, I made an application video. It was a lot of fun to make and actually did get me noticed. I got a reply from one of the back of house guys over in Yog Towers asking me to make a top 5 video. I got straight to work on it and sent that in the same day. After sending this in, I got a reply saying that they would be in touch, but after seeing that they were hiring people like Pyrian Flax and Bebot Vox, it was pretty obvious that I wasn't going to make the cut. But, being a YouTube content creator and trying to follow my dreams, I'll never let something like that get me down. So, instead of giving up, I decided to get to work on a brand new series, where I can hopefully show off some of my editing skills and have a ton of fun with you guys. In exchange, I'm not asking for likes or subscriptions. What I'm asking for is, if you enjoy the show, let the Yogscast know. Through tweets, through forums, through Reddit, whatever. I know that it's a massive long shot, but I'm still going for it, because that's what following a dream is all about. But, for now, we need a base, because we can't start a series without somewhere to live. So, let's get to work. Whilst I'm spending a bit of time building our very first base, for those who don't know me, here's a little information. My real name's Matt, but I've gone by Caff since I was a kid, first getting dial-up internet, with all those wonderful connection noises. I'm 27 and I'm from Portsmouth in the south of England. I've been making YouTube videos almost daily since the 1st of January 2013. Originally it was as a New Year's resolution to learn a new skill, but I ended up falling in love with making videos that make people laugh. I've had some really great feedback from a lot of people, and now I'm trying to make this love into a career. I'm very well versed in using Premiere Pro, Audition, and Photoshop to get my videos up to a high standard. When I originally applied for the Yogscast, I was still pretty new at all of this, and when I was looking for ideas for how I should make myself stand out, I saw William Strife's application video on the Yogscast forums, now known as Yogscast Will. When I saw that video, I thought to myself, oh wow, I'm going to need to step up my game, which is how my original application video came about. I know this is a pretty radical idea for a series and for an application at the same time, and it may not get me anywhere at all, but there's no harm in trying new things, so I'm giving it a shot. Hopefully with your help I'll be able to get really noticed. So I've gone for a bit of a castle design for the house. I'm just removing the mountain now. I wanted to get a nice piece of flat land to work with, and it felt like this was the best place to start the build that was close enough to spawn. Fortunately I didn't get too much trouble with monsters, but there was a strange bug where the torso of my character kept on disappearing. So the mountain itself was actually a bit of a bigger build than I thought it was going to be. It took quite a while to take all the bits and pieces out, but eventually I managed to get down to the level that I wanted to work on and started to design the foundations for the actual build itself. We went for a brick design in the end for the builds, and I wanted to get a nice sort of entrance way just in case some zombies or some animals managed to destroy the first set of doors. I wasn't quite sure exactly what I wanted to work with, so I was just kind of working to a system of doors and windows to make sure that everything looked good on the outside, because it doesn't really matter as long as the place is reasonably functional. I added some dirt on the back of the house, thinking that that would be a good place to have any crop harvesting or garden work that we wanted to do going on. I then started to add the walls for the house. Initially, I was thinking of going with a first story design, but we ended up getting a separate first floor on only part of the build itself, because the main room of the actual house itself ended up being just sort of like a gangway hallway with stairs, which I'll be building very shortly. But the main thing was to make sure that the windows all worked out and were looking good and letting enough light in. So adding the stairs themselves, I soon decided to start working on the rest of the walls and moving on to another type of ceiling, which I ended up using very shortly. With the walls themselves, I later changed this limestone design from the first 2 levels into the first 3 levels being stone, and the 4th partition level being just limestone on its own, which again you'll see very shortly. So the first design for the roof or the ceiling of the house was going to be this white carpet block that I found. It worked really well, but I decided to have that only in the basic second rooms that I used and not in the main hallway. The roof itself ended up being something along the lines of this apple I ended up using for this. It's an apple block which is used in the Yogscast complete pack. It ended up looking really nice. I might change some of the roof construction slightly, add some beams or something later on. But for now, I think this works pretty well. It took quite a while to get the actual roof built, but slowly but surely I managed to get it done brick by brick. Once I was happy with the construction of the main roof, I put the same principle to the rear room and the main entryway. As you can see, the carpet needed to be changed once we had put the second story on as well, but once that had been taken care of, it was all pretty straightforward. I decided to change the stairs themselves to match the hardwood floors that I had put in. We're using a green heart block, again from the Yogscast complete pack, because that's the pack that we're using for this series, and I think it ended up working really well. I put a balcony up in the same limestone that we were using for the partition on the outside of the house, and eventually we'll be using something on there with the first floor, although I'm not exactly sure what for now. We then finished off the same hardwood on the rear and side rooms. Right, well that's it then. The house is ready to go. It's only a basic kind of temporary build to just give us somewhere to stay to make sure that monsters don't destroy us on the first night, and so we don't have to spend the first 10 episodes making a house. It's looking pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with it. We've got the main area with a staircase going up to the first floor. We have the, I guess this is probably the west wing, is it? Let's have a look. This is facing... Oh, it's on the minimap there, isn't it? Yeah, it's the west wing. So this is this is the west wing. On the first floor, we've got the west wing as well on the ground floor. It's pretty nice. So, I guess the next episode will probably be going out into the wilderness. Probably kind of that way, I guess, to see what's around here, because I literally have no idea. But I'm sure we can find plenty of things to do. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the episode today. Don't forget that I'm not asking for any likes or subscriptions or things. You can do that if you want to, but the main reason that I'm doing this is if you enjoy it, then please do let the Yogscast know in any way that you see fit. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. You've been watching the CaffCast We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the CaffCast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.